Hey everyone, it's Harley or Saturday Night Cosplay here. Today I'm going to be talking about convention going tips. Yay! Okay, so first things first, plan for your convention way ahead of time and especially make sure that you budget for it. I cannot stress this enough. I'm going to AX in about 7 months. It's 7 months away. It's in July, it's November right now, and I'm already budgeting for it. This is a huge thing you need to do. You don't want to show up to the convention and be short on cash. I've seen too many cosplayers go to local conventions and not have enough money for badges or food or anything like that, and it just makes the entire convention horrible and not fun whatsoever because you're lending them money and they don't have enough money and they're hungry and they're in a bad mood and it's just awful. So make sure you budget way ahead of time. So the next thing that you need to do is you need to make sure that you eat and sleep. This is so important. You need to have 6 hours of sleep, 4 glasses of water, and 2 meals every single day. I cannot stress this enough. When people don't eat and don't drink enough and don't sleep enough, they get into bad moods. And sometimes you think like, oh no, I'll be fine. I'm not going to get into a bad mood. No, you're going to get into a bad mood. Okay? And then your friends will want to talk to you because you'll be super mean and you're not trying to be mean, but everything will just come out really rudely and you'll be upset and they'll be upset and no one's going to have a good time, and it's all because you didn't sleep and eat enough. So please make sure you sleep and eat enough. I don't want you ruining your convention or your friendships or your cosplay photos or your panels or anything, all because you didn't eat enough. Grab a bagel, get some coffee, please just look after yourself. Okay, so the next convention tip is make sure you bring extra shoes if you're going to be wearing high heels. And definitely judge how long you can wear high heels for. My really big, tall high heels are like this big that I wear for things like Florence and the Machine. I can wear those for about 5 hours, maybe? And so if I put them on at 11 a.m., suddenly it's 4 p.m. and my feet are killing me and I'm going to be in a bad mood and be walking around barefoot and my feet are going to get dirty and everyone's going to look at me because I'm disgusting, and like no one wants that. So please bring extra shoes. I always bring my simple black loafers because they're super comfortable. A lot of people bring like extra runners and stuff like that. Try to steer away from bringing Converse as your extra shoes. Converse are really flat and they tend to not help sore feet that much. The same goes if you're wearing smaller heels, like just like tiny 1-inch heels. Please bring extra shoes. A lot of times, cosplayers will be like me and they're at the convention for something crazy like 10 to 12 hours. If you're there for that long, please bring extra shoes. Your feet are going to be killing you. I can't even count the number of times where I've worn costumes with small little heels, and by the time that dinner comes around, I'm not wearing shoes, and I'm in the restaurant not wearing shoes, and it's disgusting, and I'm on the bus and my feet hurt, and all my friends are mad at me because all I'm doing is complaining about how my feet hurt, and it sucks. Like, I have no other way to say it, but it sucks. Okay, I mentioned this a little bit with the eating thing. Make sure you stay hydrated. Don't want you passing out. Don't want you being in a bad mood. Don't want to risk your health all because you want to have, 3 days of fun at a convention. Make sure that you drink enough water. Simple as every time you have a meal, make sure you have a glass of water with it. Conventions tend to have vending machines, get some Powerade, get some Gatorade, drink just something. A lot of times I'll bring a water bottle from home and just carry it with me around at the convention. Okay, another good thing to carry at the convention is emergency sewing kits. They're super easy to pick up. Here, I'll show you mine. This one's mine. I just throw it in my bag before I leave. I got it at a tourist location. It's a little pouch. See, and it has different colors of thread. It has safety pins, measuring tape, sewing needles, a thimble. It's super easy. And then I just take my smaller sewing scissors. I throw that in there as well. So suddenly if I'm at the convention and I'm having a problem where my costume is falling apart, I can fix it myself and it's totally fine. The other thing I always throw into my bag is my makeup kit. At the very minimum, I bring my powder foundation because I'm going to be in a crowded area, which means I'm going to be sweating, and then my forehead's going to look shiny. So I'm going to be applying extra powder foundation just as a little, offset to all the shine throughout the day. I also always bring lipstick or chapstick depending on what I'm wearing that day because I know I'm going to be eating all day. I'm going to be drinking coffee all day because all I do is drink coffee, and my lipstick's going to disappear, and I want to touch that up so I don't have like a weird little rim of different colors around my lips. On top of that, I always bring my cosplay business cards. If you don't have cosplay business cards, I highly suggest them. They're really cheap to get. I got like 100 for like $25 including shipping, something really cheap like that. It's super easy just to hand out, and all of your information is there. Really, really easy way to keep in contact with someone. The other thing I always bring is Tylenol or Advil. I just keep this in my purse all the time throughout the day, even when I'm not going to convention. You never know when you're going to have a headache because you didn't drink enough or you didn't eat enough, or when your friends is going to have a headache because they didn't drink enough, or your feet are going to hurt or your back's going to hurt because you've been wearing a corset all day, or some crazy wings and your back hurts and your shoulders hurt. Just take some Advil, take some Tylenol, throw it into your bag. You can get those little travel packs at the drugstore. It's a super easy thing, and it will really help your convention. Please make sure you budget for your convention ahead of time. When you budget things ahead of time, you will get cheaper Greyhound tickets, cheaper plane tickets, cheaper hotel rooms, cheaper convention passes, and it will actually save you money because you went ahead of time. The same thing is with cosplay. If you plan your cosplay ahead of time, you'll be able to time when you buy fabric for when, the local fabric store has massive sales. The other thing I really want to stress about this is make sure you always bring more money than you think you're going to use. Always, always, always. I always budget that I'm going to eat more food and spend more money on food than I really would, because I don't want to be in a situation where I don't have enough money for food because I misbudgeted how much money I was going to spend. It's always better to have more money, extra money, so you can go into the artist alley and get, another $10 poster on the last day. That's what the majority of these are. These are last minute $10 posters I got in the artist alley because I was smart and I budgeted ahead of time. And I went, hey, I have another $5. I have like another $50. I can afford this, $10 poster and not have to worry about it, and not have to worry about food or water or anything like that because I was smart. So please make sure you bring more money than you think you're going to spend because it'll be better in the long run. Okay, so this next tip's going to get a little bit TMI, but it's something we have to talk about. It's poop. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, when I go to conventions, it stresses me the hell out, and stress, to be honest, makes me a bit constipated. So you don't want to be constipated at a convention. It's honestly no fun. So what I always do when I'm at a convention on the first day is I always make sure I drink coffee or eat shitty food, and that just flushes out the poop out of my body. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it's a lot better than being constipated and being in pain because you can't poop. You don't want to be in a costume that's already kind of uncomfortable because anime is stupid, and you're double uncomfortable because you can't poop and it hurts. So drink coffee, because that's what I do. Coffee makes you poop, and shitty food makes you poop. So get some of that. You don't want to be constipated at a convention. It's absolutely no fun. Make sure you're eating, enough. Make sure you're drinking enough, and please poop. It's important. It helps a lot. Before you leave for a convention, look at the costume that you're wearing and think, what's going to go wrong during the day and what can I bring to fix this? This is really important. For example, when I cosplay my magical girls, they have those weird gems that are glued to their body, so I always make sure I bring extra spirit gum for during the convention when inevitably the gem falls off because I'm walking around too much or it's humid or something like that. So I'm not worrying about how am I going to take photos when I don't have a gem stuck to my chest because I brought spirit gum and I can stick it back on. The same thing goes for stuff like long wigs. Bring an extra comb, fake nails, bring nail glue, false eyelashes, bring false eyelash glue. You want to make sure that you evaluate your costume and say to yourself, what's going to go wrong with this costume so that you can prepare for it in advance. I almost forgot this convention going tip, but this one's really important. Don't wear shoes that are too small. Over the summer this year, I went to a 3-day convention, and 2 of the days I wore shoes that were a size too small. And now my toes and my feet look disgusting because I have bruises underneath my nails because I wore shoes that were too small. So please do the best you can to find shoes that actually fit your feet. Okay, so that's all the convention going tips I have for you guys. I hope it helped. I hope you have fun at your next convention. I know I will. So see you guys next time and stay awesome.